The merits of the stick mobility stick are not limitless, but they're pretty profound. To give you an example, here I'm going to take the stick and I'm going to go through some of their bow and arrow exercises where basically I'm going to try to bow the stick, take my top hand onto the black grip, I'm driving it downward, trying to shorten the stick in the floor. I'll engage a little bit of a modified fitness version of a horse stance, so I get some lower ab engagement and glutes come on. And as I drive down with the top hand, I'm going to take the bottom hand, I'm going to push. Now my top hand reflexively wants to pull back, crank it, try to break the stick. That's not the goal. The goal is to get a bow in it. This arm's braced, but the bracing is definitely pulling back on that shoulder. From there, we blow the other way. So less like a bow and arrow, and here I'm drawing the bow back, if you will. Both of those versions can be done in various stances, can be done with additional breathing techniques, some forced exhalations, some forced inhalations. We can vary the direction of the push and pull. So I'll change hands, we'll orient myself a little bit more forward to the camera, but now instead of pushing front to back, I'm going to bias it left to right. So first, shorten the stick. Top hand drives in, both pecs in a real simple sensor engagement. That whole anterior line of tissue from top hand to bottom hand is engaged. I'll take it the other way. So at two different verticalities, the two shoulders are engaged in a reactive isometric to push and pull. We get some activation through here. Again, add in a stride stance, add in some breath technique. The final version in that sequence that we do a lot of is here going into the wall, this hand shortening the stick there, take this hand and drive forward and drive back on the pull. Again, this hand's not cognizantly going out, and I'm a little short there, getting a little long. That immediately gave me better feel in my trunk in both directions. Play with the stance, add in some breath, and let me give you one bonus bow and arrow, probably their most famous on a side-to-side version. I'm going to go here, and we tend to just go with the bottom hand pushing out, but I'll bias here, I've got some tissue lengthened up that side, and then I drive. So really, it feels like I'm doing a bit of a pull down with that high hand, but again, you're not trying to break your stick. That hand's driving downward, sitting in the hips, push, and relax. We don't tend to do a lot of pulling because that's a real shortened position. So lots of variations. I'm in a sweat just in 2 minutes of single rep engagements. Really great to activate the system, and as always, help you move outside the gym better than you move in.